It's good to be able to walk in the park sometimes. Children like to run about there or play and feel free from rules and regulations. Adults often prefer to sit quietly, feeding the birds perhaps, undisturbed.
Come on, then.
Were you talking to me?
No.
Well, there isn't anyone else you could talk to.
I know I'm the sort of person who talks to everyone, but just now I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to a bird that was eating my bread. Now it's flown away. I always bring bread for the birds, but the birds are frightened of people who make a noise.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to frighten the bird you were talking to. Do you often come here?
I come here every afternoon to feed the birds. You're waiting for someone, aren't you?
Yes. I'm waiting for my girlfriend, who is now exactly 20 minutes late. We arranged to meet by the statue.
That's a fine statue. A masterpiece. It's a kind of statue that I like. Much better than this thing. There goes the last of the bread I brought with me. Well, I must be off.
Excuse me, sir. May I draw your attention to the regulations?
The regulations?
Yes, sir. Haven't you read the regulations which are put up round the park? That notice, for example, it says no litter. Now, sir, that means that litter should be placed in the baskets which are provided.
Yes, I know. But I am not the sort of person who drops litter. Anyway, I can't see the litter you're complaining about.
You can see it now, sir. A paper bag. This bag is the litter about which I am complaining.
Then the litter you are complaining about doesn't belong to me, and I didn't drop it.
Oh, come along, sir. It wasn't lying there a moment ago.
The man who dropped that bag has just gone away. I'm here waiting for my girlfriend.
That may be, sir, but we must remember the regulations.
Has he gone?
That was the park keeper. He found the bag you threw away.
That park keeper is always complaining. The park keeper before him, who died last year, was much nicer. He used to give people flowers.
I've got some flowers for my girlfriend.
Ah. You need a flower, too. You haven't got a flower in your buttonhole. When I was young, every man wore a flower in his buttonhole. Just a minute. Oh, you haven't got a buttonhole. Never mind. There we are.
Thank you. Is it all right to do that? I'm sure there are regulations which say you mustn't pick flowers.
It was lying on the ground. You're just like that park keeper. He's always complaining. Oh, here he comes again. I'm going for a cup of tea. He doesn't like people who pick flowers.
Well, sir, we still haven't read the regulations, have we? You must not pick flowers in the park.
Are you suggesting that I pick flowers?
That is the suggestion I was about to make, sir. The flower to which I refer is there, in your pocket.
Ah, you mean the flower that was given to me?
It may be a flower somebody gave you, but it looks just like the flowers that are growing over there. You're the young person I was talking to a few moments ago, aren't you?
Yes. And the girl I'm waiting for hasn't turned up yet. I get annoyed with people who don't keep appointments.
The girl for whom you are waiting may have turned up somewhere else.
This is the place where we arranged to meet, by the statue.
There's another statue by the cafe, which is at the other end of the park.
Then I'd better go to the cafe at once.
Yes, it was one of these flowers that he had in his pocket.
Excuse me. Have you seen a young man waiting here?
Well, I was speaking to a young man with a flower in his pocket, who's just gone off to the cafe. He left a moment ago.
Oh, I do get annoyed with people who don't keep appointments.
That's what he said. The cafe is at the other end of the park.
Oh, thank you.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Excuse me. Oi. Oh, well.
Here are some examples of relative clauses with and without who, which, that.
Litter should be placed in the baskets which are provided.
The man who dropped that bag has just gone away.
It looks just like the flowers that are growing over there.
It's the kind of statue that I like. There goes the last of the bread I brought with me.
The park keeper found the bag you threw away. I'm waiting for my girlfriend, who is now 20 minutes late.
The park keeper before him, who died last year, was much nicer.
I didn't mean to frighten the bird you were talking to. I can't see the litter you're complaining about.
This bag is the litter about which I'm complaining.
The girl I'm waiting for hasn't turned up.
The girl for whom you are waiting may have turned up somewhere else.
The park, and especially the cafe, is a place where people arrange to meet each other. This is Peggy. The person she's arranged to meet hasn't turned up.
Oh! Excuse me. Is that the table you're going to sit at?
It's all right. Sit there if you like.
Thank you so much. I expect you're waiting for somebody who hasn't turned up. The young man I spoke to a few minutes ago was waiting for his girlfriend.
Sydney?
Sydney? Who are you referring to?
The person who spoke to you, of course.
Oh, I didn't ask his name, but whoever he was, this young man, who was getting rather fed up, said he was waiting for a girl.
My name's Peggy.
Perhaps you're the girl he was waiting for.
No. The person I'm waiting for arranged to meet me here. And he's late.
He's coming over.
Who, Sydney?
No, the young man I talked to.
Well, Sydney's the person I'm waiting for.
Darling, I'm sorry if I'm the one who's made a mistake.
I don't know you.
Oh, dear. You're certainly not the girl I thought you were. I mean, I thought you were the girl who was waiting for me.
Well, I'm not, am I?
No. No, you're not. I do hope I haven't said anything that's offended you.
If you'd asked me, I could have told you she wasn't the girl you were looking for. But nobody listens to anything I say.
I really am sorry. I'm not the sort of person that talks to strange girls, really. It's just that your dress confused me. You see, the girl I'm waiting for has a dress that's exactly like yours. It's the one she bought cheap in a sale.
I've only just bought this dress. It cost me a lot of money. Leslie.
Elsie. You're just the person I'm looking for.
I'm the girl you arranged to meet. Remember?
This is Elsie.
Is that the dress she got in the sale?
Yes. Yes.
Who is this?
I don't really know her. She's just a girl I met by mistake.
Try telling that story to someone who'll believe it.
If you'd met me when we arranged, this would never have happened.
So I'm the one who's to blame, am I?
No, of course not. The person who's to blame is the man who... Oh, he isn't there anymore.
But you can't blame somebody who isn't even there.
Well, he was there. I thought he was talking to you, but he was talking to her. And before that, he got me into trouble with the park keeper.
And what did the man do?
First, he threw away a paper bag, and the park keeper thought it was mine. Then, he gave me a flower.
Where's the flower now?
I threw it away.
Well, that's not very grateful of you. He gave you a flower which you just threw away.
The flower he gave me was picked in the park. I didn't want to get into any more trouble with the park keeper. I don't want to get into any more trouble at all.
Hey, Peggy.
Sid! This is the boy I've been waiting for. He's much better looking than yours, isn't he? No, he's not. I'm sorry, Leslie.
There, you see? The girl who was sitting here had nothing to do with me.
All right. But you weren't waiting for me by the statue.
No, you were late. Anyway, why did you ask me to meet you there?
I wanted you to meet my father.
Your father?
Yes. He comes to the park every day to feed the birds.
Yes, I do.
Oh, Daddy!
I think these belong to you, young man.